Yeah, I'm back with this shit, this punk ass topic we've been talking about, man, on the jack scenes. You know, don't do it, man. Don't get your body jacked. Anyway, before the last video cut off short, I was just showing y'all them videos and I explained to y'all about like the RFID chip, man. So, like I said, the RFID chip is a technology. Let me get my blacks on real quick. It's a technology that uses or works on a radio frequency or radio waves. This technology automatically identifies the object in which it is attached to and automatically tracks it. So this RFID chip is basically a RFID tag, and this tag is attached to the object. The tag sends a radio wave back to the reader. Now the reader is a RFID, it's called a RFID reader. This reader is connected to a computer that has a microcontroller and an RF signal generator receiver slash signal detector. So this RFID reader is hooked to a computer and it has a microcontroller. Whatever a microcontroller is, anything that got control over it don't sound to your benefit. RF signal generator receiver, so it receives, and a signal detector, which it detects. So this RFID tag or chip is attached to, they said, animals, or it could be objects, like they kind of compared it to like a barcode on something that you buy at the store. Let them tell it. So it's kind of like that, but it's attached to whatever it needs to be attached to, and it can be read and monitored and tracked and microcontrolled. So they go and say, this FRID chip or tag has 3 different frequency operations. 3 different frequency operations. So the first frequency operation is the low frequency, and they call it LF, low frequency operation, which reaches 125 kilohertz or 134 kilohertz, which ranges up to 10 centimeters. Okay, so it's saying it's not very far. High frequency, which they say is HF, high frequency range, 13.56 millihertz. So it ranges up to 1 millimeter. UHF operation, which is ultra high frequency, reaches up to 860 through 960 mega million hertz, which is MHz hertz. So it ranges up to 10 to 15 meters. So they trying to say, with some of the people that I was looking at in some of these videos saying, yeah, people that's concerned about having a chip in them really don't need to be concerned because the reading don't really range too far, so you really can't, be tracked from up in space or tracked on from a plane or high towers or whatnot. So you got to think about it though. If they go on short range with it, it don't matter. Anywhere, if you got that chip in you, anywhere you go to get that reader in there, if you go on a store, it's gonna read it. If any door, any fucking company, any fucking public place that you go in, they got that reader, it's gonna automatically read your chip. So that already right there can track your whole damn day. Let alone all these readers getting whatever information that's on their chip. So anyway, let's back up. They saying they're not giving people chips though, right? But Melinda Gates said that this chip needle thing doesn't even exist. So I showed y'all a few videos that this needle does exist, and Donald Trump and everybody know that shit. So if this needle doesn't exist, or these chips doesn't exist, I got even more fucking proof that these needles exist. Check this out.
Everyday tasks. Some workers in Sweden are already developing and volunteering to have chips injected into their hands. That technology can make some tasks easier and reduce the amount of personal items employees need to carry. John Blackstone looks at the controversial trend and how it could put your privacy at risk.
This is 3 years ago.
In a Stockholm business complex, employees gain access not with key cards, but with a wave of a hand.
This is something that you can use just like a key badge.
At a recent tech conference, Hannes Sjöblad explained how a microchip implanted in his hand makes his life easier. It replaces all the keys and cards that used to clutter his pockets.
I use this many times a day. For example, to unlock my smartphone, to open the door to my office.
Sjöblad calls himself a biohacker.
But these
With
motherfuckers,
biohackers, we think that the human body is a good start, but there is certainly room for improvement.
The first step in that improvement is getting a microchip about the size of a grain of rice slipped under the skin. Suddenly, the touch of a hand is enough to tell the office printer, this is an authorized user.
It felt pretty scary, but at the same time it felt very modern.
The microchips are radio frequency identification tags, the same technology widely used in things like key cards. The chips have been implanted in animals for years to help identify lost pets. Now the technology is moving
let me finish this sentence.
to humans. A tech stop.
Okay, so these motherfuckers in Sweden is getting these chips, right? I mean, and this shit ain't funny. This shit is actually sad. I'm just laughing at the fact that Linda Gates tried to say this technology didn't even exist. This right here, this interview was 3 years ago. And Linda Gates and Bill Gates video was 4 months ago. They've been getting this shit over in Sweden for quite some time now, just testing it in their companies at work and shit. So when motherfuckers say that this technology don't exist, they're motherfucking lie. You know what I'm saying? So, not only that, what the hell did they say? It's a RFID chip, radio frequency chip, the same chip I was just explaining to you. So why do a motherfucker need these radio frequency chips? What is the radio frequency for? Does the scan and barcode use a radio frequency when you scan it, or is it this scan? So a radio frequency to me brings me up to this Jive 3. You know what I'm saying? This fucking new technology they've been putting all these fucking towers up with. And they say they need so many of these fucking towers and these fucking posts of these motherfuckers up everywhere because the distance range of them don't go far. You see what I'm saying? The technology we got now say it goes further, but it's not as fast. So this Jive Free that they talking about, this new technology they bringing in, saying that it's way much faster. You know, you can download motherfucking movie in 10 minutes and bullshit like that. But they gotta have a lot more of these towers because the radio frequency waves or range is not as long as it's only a short range. So they gotta put them up everywhere. That's why you see these fuckers going up everywhere. So it brings me back to this RFID chip, radio frequency identification. So if these fucking chips can control and track motherfuckers, and they got these Jive-free towers everywhere that's basically radio frequency towers, don't you think all that shit tying together, or do you think all this shit tying together? Is my theory. Like, I'm bringing this shit all together, like, why are they needing this? And they know they ain't gonna tell us, oh, we gonna put chips in you. But what if they are using this vaccine to shoot people with these RFID chips? And they come in so many different sizes. And you heard them say it's the size of a grain of rice. I heard some people say it's a quarter of the size of a grain of rice. And I got some more videos to keep, give you more information on this. But to me, man, I say the vaccines do not work anyway. The vaccines get you sick. People, it's proof that since they've been doing these vaccines, it's been the one thing that's been creating all these diseases that our young kids is starting to have nowadays. You know, from ADHD to heart disease to cancer to SARS and everything else. All these diseases have been created or came about after these vaccines was injected in these people's body, because it affects the immune system and our cells and different things that they know how to attack now. So they've been basically targeting people with these vaccines for years now, is my theory. And it come back to say now that they got this one out, and it goes back to the other thing that has to do with the options. So what if it's not the RFID chip in it? What if it's just the options, the light protein that they putting into these vaccines to help be able to control and manipulate your mood through the different light pulses and stuff like that. So I want to bring all this stuff back together and kind of fill it in and put it together so we can see. Because for me, my fault. I need a couple of grapes. To me, yeah, I'm eating berries, man. Get your immune system up, man. Cleanse your body out, man. Get you some antioxidants in your body, man, and you got to keep your vibrations high right about now. But anyway, I want to come back and bring all this shit together because I think it all makes sense and it's all connected to the agenda. I know for sure it's all connected, but I want to kind of share with y'all on what I think about this shit, because this shit is bullshit, man. Go look up that this RFID chip. Go look up Jay Walker, the CEO of Appyjack Systems of America, and go do a little research on this. And then, not only that, RFID chip, they got the microchip, but now they got also the nano chip too, man. And I got a whole bunch of shit about that too right here that I want to get, but I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm going to come back later on and do another one involving the nano chip. And it seemed to me like, regardless of how we play it, they got so many different projects and different ways that they kind of affect us or kind of put these projects into this vaccine and initiate them in us like that we don't know which way it's coming. They saying that you got to take the vaccine twice. You got to go back in 2 weeks and get it, and it don't matter which one you get. We try to stick to the one you get, but they're doing so many of them. The RFID chip could be in this one. The nano chip could be in this one. And the motherfucking the light proteins could be in this other one. So you gotta think, if they giving us so many options, they probably got something different in each and every one of them, so it'll affect us anywhere it goes. Whichever vaccine you get probably got either or maybe both or two out of the three in them. And I'm pretty sure it's more of them, because I got a lot of shit on time in this, man. So y'all stay tuned. I appreciate y'all coming in, listening to this, whoever did it, man. Whoever stumbled up on this video. Like I said, if y'all think something come out of y'all like it, man. Share it if you need to, if you want to. I appreciate that. Subscribe, help a nigga get his shit up, man. Let's get this motherfucking word spread it out, man, and this information, because everybody need to know what the fuck the real is and why they over here bullshitting us, So I appreciate everybody, man. One love, man. All my people that's out here waking up, man. 21st of December, they pushed in all this good energy, so we ain't even in the third dimension no more. We working through fourth dimension, trying to get to 5. So we gonna talk about that too. If y'all, people ain't really up on dimensions. We done left the third dimension, man. So it's a whole different world now. After that conjunction, the other night. So the conjunction, so the great conjunction. So it's a lot of good energy, light been pushed in. So y'all keep your eyes to the moon and the stars at night too, man, and see what's happening too. I'm gonna share a lot of more good information with y'all. So like I said, man, I'm about to bang out of this motherfucker, man. See y'all again in this next session, session 6. Yup.